That's not what I want. And that's going to be so upsetting. Guys, I want to really address Achalasia because I've had this one woman that is going through something similar. Sorry, y'all could see the laptop through my glasses. But anyways, I'm trying to find on here. Because on my phone, it won't let me go back no further than 3 years. And wouldn't that be some doof if YouTube has, like, deleted from 3 years on back? You know what I'm saying? Because if they have, then I can't really address her questions because they're gone. Hold on. We about to go see what's going on here. Because I think when YouTube made all their changes, I'm hoping that's not the case. Surely to God not, because when you go to home, maybe it's just on your cell phone. No? Because there's my popular uploads, and those from like 5-7 years ago. Okay. I might be able to find it on the laptop. Thank God. So I really, really want to answer her questions and help in any way that I can, because I do believe Aculasia is rare. Okay. Squirrel. Sitting here like, ooh, I remember that video. Ooh, I remember that video. Whatever. Oh, tis my buh. Tis my kitties. I remember when I was considering doing a YouTube channel for the cats. I just don't have that kind of motivation or drive. I just don't. I'm not lazy. I work my butt off, but I don't know why I just can't. Like, it was a chore for me to even get up on YouTube right now. Okay, I'm seriously trying to find the video, but it's from like 5 years ago. So keep scrolling, girlfriend. Keep scrolling. Because I've had Aculasia now for about 5+ years. Oh, we're getting close. The things I used to do on YouTube. This is cute. Bringing back memories. Bringing back memories. I'm just, thank God. I don't know why on my phone it won't let me go further than 3 years ago to look at my videos. But that's something doof, man. Tell you what. I'm just saying. Oh, there's my Tisma Buh. He's so grown up now, y'all. Oh, look at my Reese. She's such a big girl now in gymnastics with her cute little self. Y'all just ever lack the drive and motivation to do things you want to do? Like, I just want to take some melt and pour soap, melt it down, fragrance it, and take these rose petals, artificial, of course, little rose petals, and dip them in it and lay them aside and let them cool off. And they're little individual soap petals. You can pluck one out of the jar, the fancy little jar sitting on your bathroom sink, and pluck one out and you use it to wash your hands. You just throw the petal away. I can't seem to get motivated to do that. I want to refurbish some candles. I can't seem to get motivated to do that. All I seem to want to do is go to work, come home. That's it. Where is that video? Oh my gosh, I'm all the way back in the 6 years. Tell me they took it down. Oh, no, here it is. Anyways. I'm still recording on this camera up here, and then I decided to use my phone, just go live and just do it instead of uploading it and blah, 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 blah. Okay. I was trying to play through my earbuds. I look so much younger. Oh, it's a shame what 5 years can do to a person, right? I also had a little bit more hair than I do right now. Jesus, I'm getting old. I just turned 40, y'all. Jesus, mercy. And I didn't tell anybody that was coming live. I just went and done it. So, y'all will probably be, watching this later on, and that's okay. And let me see if I can bring her up. This has got to be her. Okay, this one, Fran Vinny. I'm so glad that you're doing well now. Yes, please do more in-depth video on your experience with Aculasia. Okay, thank you and God bless. God bless you. That's what I had, a Heller mytoma, or I don't know how you pronounce that word, but after barium swallow and balloon dilation. I never did do the balloon dilation. Well, let me just tell y'all, it started about 6 years ago. I was actually living in Brodhead, Kentucky at the time. And I was eating a steak. I sat down one night to eat a steak, and I took a bite, and it just immediately come back up. And I wish I could find her comments. 2 weeks ago, I was just diagnosed 4 months ago. I feel very alone in this horrible, I think she meant, and this is horrible disease. Yeah. I'm gonna have to reply to her. I just now seen that comment. YouTube is the world's worst. I think this is the person who I was communicating with. Yeah. It's a BC BEECEE. So there's like 18 comments on this video. What procedure did you use? I believe it, anyway, so it started, I ate a piece of steak and it directly come back up on me. That's when everything started. I thought it was weird too, because I wasn't sick and I wasn't pregnant, and I knew I wasn't pregnant because I'd been fixed many years prior, like 4 or 5 years prior when I had my last kid. So I didn't know why or what was going on. And it just started out getting progressively worse and worse. And during that time, we moved from Brodhead, Kentucky to Florence, South Carolina. And when I got down there, it started getting really bad. Now, this is just like within a month, okay? Because right before we moved, I had the surgery on, I do believe, this eye to remove a cataract. And they were like wanting to do this one a month later. Well, I was moving, like, it was a few days after my follow-up visit with the eye doctor after my surgery. So I just put the other eye off because I moved to a different state, right? So anyways, got down there to South Carolina, and it just progressively started getting worse. Like, I couldn't hold nothing down. Whatever I thought I was holding down, there might have been a little seepage in, obviously, because, I mean, it took me like 2 months. I lost 50 pounds. It was that bad. It got to where I could not even drink water. Like, it was bad. It would just come right back up. I could feel it convulsing and just coming, like, it wouldn't even go down. It would just come right back up. And I got to where, I think that's where my problem started, with trying to divide myself away from my family, because it was bad. Oh my God, it was so bad, because I didn't want to sit around everybody and gross them out because I couldn't hold down my food. I would literally have like a Pringles can. I almost felt some of the times like I had some kind of eating disorder, even though I didn't, because I would sit down with a puke cup and try to eat and eat, and it would just come right back, and it just kept going like that. I felt like We had Thanksgiving dinner. I fixed Thanksgiving dinner, and I had potato salad and potato salad and turkey gravy. And I felt like I was holding that down. So I made extra batches so I could eat, right? And then it was really bad. I would sit in the other room from the family and I would try to eat and I would cry. And I couldn't hold anything down. I couldn't hold drinks down or nothing. It was really, I wouldn't even wish that kind of illness situation on my worst enemy. And I have a few of those, okay? So to say that, it was pretty bad. And hello, hi, the green machine. But it was really, really bad. And I even tried warm water, drinking warm water, and could not hold that down neither. I ended up going to the hospital ER one time. And I think the first time I went, I didn't get anything figured out. But there was a couple of days later, maybe a week later, I went back and I finally told them, I was like, look, please help me. I'm not leaving until y'all tell me what's wrong with me. I'm not leaving. And I told them, I explained to them during that visit how severe it was, that I have literally lost 50 pounds in 2 months. I cannot hold anything down. And when I told them that, they were on it like that. They were like, let's figure this out. And say, I do believe everything's kind of foggy now because it's been 5 years, right? But 5+ years. But I do believe during that visit, let's see, they took me upstairs and put me to sleep and put a scope down my throat and took a biopsy. And they actually said there was no, that was during the surgery. Okay, anyways, they said it looked really weird. Come back up here. I gotta read these questions she has. Okay. They said it looked really strange, and they took a piece of it and sent it out to see if there was any cancer cells in my throat. And I'm guessing there wasn't because they never got back to me on what that biopsy said. So, but they said, well, you can either stay in the hospital, okay, or go. And it was heading into a weekend, so I would have had to stay in the hospital all weekend just to wait for Monday to get there to see ear, nose, and throat specialist. And they would run a thing down my throat and do a barium swallow test, basically. And I said, no, I'm good. I'll just go home and I'll wait. And they said, well, we can get you in first thing Monday morning. This is an emergency type situation. So I was like, okay, let's do that. I'll go home. I'd rather spend the weekend at home, right? So Monday came and I went and I had the test done. And when I was laying there, they put that thing down through your nose, down your throat. Not comfortable. I'm just going to tell you right now like it is. It is not comfy, okay? Okay. It was not pleasant. Oh my God. I'm just sitting here reliving everything as I'm talking about it, and it wasn't pleasant. When I did that, they gave me some water and wanted me to swallow it. I tried telling her, I was warning her, I was like, you better give me something to puke in because that ain't going to go down. And that it records, it shows you like up on a screen, it shows like the contraction of your esophagus, contracting whatever it is that you're putting in your mouth, okay, and trying to swallow. And boy, she told me to take that drink. I took it, and yeah, was not that fun because I started puking right away. And none of it went down. And she was like, what? She started to get a little upset with the fact that I couldn't freaking hold it down. I was thinking, what the frick you think I'm here for, doofus? I'm like, please, girl, get over yourself. And she was like, I'm going to have to go get the doctor. I'm like, okay, you do that. And she went and got the doctor, and the doctor looked at the screen and was like, her esophagus ain't working at all. It's not. It's not. Pull that out of her nose. Oh, real? I know, right? Well, the doctor didn't know what he's talking about. That was his assistant, the nurse. Because he come in there and he looked at the screen and he was like, yeah, her esophagus ain't working at all. That's why she can't even swallow, and she just puked all that up. And next thing you know, I'm scheduled for surgery. And they said because I was so young, I was like 35 at the time, maybe 34, about to turn 35, something like that. And that doing just the stretching where they stick a balloon down in there and blow it up and stretch your esophagus open, he said that wasn't a very good option for me, that I probably more than likely have a lot of life left in me. So just go ahead and do the surgery where they go in and they cut the bottom of your esophagus where the food drops into your stomach. And they just go ahead and put a slit there and they cut it to where it's like basically wide open. And the food just plop. Instead of the esophagus working, contracting the food down into the stomach, it just goes plop. And they took a piece of my stomach and, surprisingly, I don't really have an issue with heartburn per se, but I do have side effects from all this, and I'll get into that in a minute. But where was that? Squirrel. Oh my God, seriously, where was I at? Getting old sucks. Not really. It's a privilege divine to many, but it sucks. It's not your fault my brain's about half gone. Come back on, computer. Gotta answer that lady's questions. I remember where I was at. I got another camera going up here. I forgot to turn it off. Oh God, it's on there. Anywho, yeah. So the surgery was only supposed to take, I don't know where it was, but I'm gonna pick up somewhere. Okay. The surgery was only supposed to take. Could y'all give it a thumbs up, please? It helps the YouTube show the video more or something like that. I don't know. But anyways, so surgery was set, and I had a good backing. Got involved with a church down there. Thank you. And we had a preacher's wife was helping us with the kids, was helping my husband and stuff, and the church community pulled together and they were bringing us food at the house. My husband had to take off work, and I was in the hospital for 4 days. The surgery was supposed to take an hour and a half. It took 3.5 hours because when they got in there, they noticed that there was an actual rip in my throat and my esophagus going down. And so they had to repair the rip, the tear, and it was awful. It was really freaking awful. I had a drain and a bulb hanging off my side for like a week. I had to go home with that. That was gross. I had to empty it out every so often. That's like, okay, yeah, I'm leaking into a bulb that's hanging off my gut. Okay. Okay. So anyways, they took I remember what I was saying a while ago. They took a flap of my stomach and pulled it up and over so that when I lean over to pick up something off the floor, everything's not going to come just rushing out of my stomach, out of my throat and onto the floor. Okay, because I was cut wide open and just let the stuff fall down in there, okay? So I got all that taken care of. I want you to know. I gained all that weight back in some. No. I had lost about 50 pounds and I've gained that back. Okay. Which I shouldn't have lost that much anyways, but okay. Whatever. My God. Yeah. Yep. And oh my God, you wouldn't believe the clothes I was fitting into though. That was the nice part about it. I was like, oh holy cow, where'd my fat row go? It was gone. It was just like, yeah, that wasn't funny neither because I think I lost a lot in my butt, and I was sitting in the tub and it hurt. Tailbone on plastic or whatever that tub was made out of, porcelain, whatever, hurt. It was painful, and so I was glad to get that weight back. But that hospital saved my life. I was in there 4 days, and man, they gave me some of the good stuff. Boy, I was laying in that bed. Higher than life. No, I needed my tailbone to quit rubbing the bottom of the tub. But man, I never wish that on my worst enemy. I won't. But yeah, the 2-inch gap rip in my esophagus. Yeah, the doctor did want me to stay longer. Oh, that camera's like, it's been 27 minutes. You can shut up now. I didn't want to stay longer. I was like, no, I'm feeling good. Of course, I had to start back slow, soft foods. First, it was like liquid stuff. First day or two was liquid food. And then it was like mashed potatoes and stuff like that. Jello. It was about a month before I could eat a hamburger or steak or something. And BC wants to know if she could talk, or he. I don't know if it's she. So please forgive me. And yes, anybody that wants to can feel free to reach out and ask me questions. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Food gets stuck. Yeah. Yeah. That would have been great. But shoot. I like food too much to be on that restriction. That goes in a whole nother freaking subject there. And I will get to that in you too. I will get to all that in another conversation. I plan on going live and here in the future. I plan on it, but whatever. About the time that I started doing low carb, no sugar, and lost some weight, but then I stopped smoking. And then I got hungry. That's a whole nother subject. I'm starting to get my senses back. Been a non-smoker now for almost 2 years. January 1st will be 2 years. She says, I guess I'm not surprised that nobody talks about vagus nerve. Vagus? I don't know what that is. Esophagus? Nerve damage? I was never told what caused it. Never told how to care for it afterwards. They fixed me, and that's all I know. Oh, BC. I hope you, whoever you are, whatever gender you are doing better now. I have no regrets for doing the surgery. Ha! Thanks. Now, they didn't tell me how old the rip was. They just said they got in there, and I'm wondering if it wasn't caused from the biopsy that they had done like a week prior, right? Oh, I'm not going to say that part out loud. Oh, dang it. Please post more videos there aren't many people that have Aculasia, and we need to feel like we're not alone. You are not alone. Surprisingly, and I thought I was alone when I was first diagnosed with it because it's rare. And then I would speak to somebody in public about it, and they're like, my dad had that. That was years ago, and it actually took his life. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. And I heard many stories like that after being diagnosed with it. So, BC, BEECEE. Put a comment down below if you ever get to watch this. I'm going to leave a comment right here, right now, telling her I've just done a video. Or telling him. Because I don't want y'all to feel like you're alone, okay? And I'm going to have to tag the crap out of this later after I go live here and end it. I've just okay. Okay, fine. At any time. Okay, so, anywho, I do a lot of talking with my hands, and if I had my hands tied behind my back, I don't believe I'd be able to talk at all. I need a water or something. Anyways. There's many subjects that I want to talk about. There's the quitting smoking after being a smoker for a long time. And then there's a video about there's another video, but anyways, I'm not gonna speak on that right now. Then I'd like to do a video about, oh my god, it was just on my tongue. What was it I was liking to do a video about? Oh, going back to work after being a stay-at-home mom for almost 18 years. What that's been like. Don't nobody want to hear no more about no depression and anxiety issues. We all have it to some degree. What other videos could I do? Maybe, yeah, I need to write them down because, you know, this ain't working as good as it used to, and I will forget. Yeah. Then I forget to look at the list. I have done that, the green machine. I have forgotten. I wonder if the rip and the nerve damage happened at the same time. You know, I'm wondering the same thing. So, maybe. I'm wondering if they caused that rip when doing that biopsy. I don't know. Gotta keep a list of all the lists. You ain't wrong. I have a thing on my phone that's called notes. I have to write notes on the notes. Check the notes. Goes to notes and checks the notes. No kidding. Okay, video stop. That's probably my internet. I live out in a village. I don't live in a town. I live in a freaking village. And it's not the boonies. But it's a village. But it's country. It's country. Our post office is smaller than a daggum gas station. We don't even have a gas station here. You have to go about 10 miles. Maybe 12 miles before you get to a gas station. That's not too bad. But anyways, God, I wonder about that BC person. She's talking about, or he was talking about how scared they are. Anyways, oh, and I want to do a video selling some of my, getting rid of some of my crafting stuff. Because I get like these whims and I'm like, ooh, I could do that. I could do this. I could do that. And I'm really scatterbrained about all my crafting stuff. And trust me when I say I can do it all. I can. I can embroider. I can sew. I can make candles. I can make hard lotion bars. I know I've done it over the years a lot. I can make all kinds of stuff. Jewelry, as y'all know. But the problem with me is I'm all over the place. I'm like really scatterbrained about it. And I'm just like, I'm the type of person who will run out and I need all the materials before I can get started. And I need to do this to do that. I'll get all the materials and then I'm just like, not interested. Or it don't go nowhere because obviously it's not a passion, right? I used to love to make gel candles. I used to make those all the time. But then I got so afraid after hearing some stories of people's house burning down because of a candle. And I thought, man, if something I made caused that to happen to somebody's house, I would never forgive myself. So I quit making them. And I was making a hill of good money too because it was ocean scene gel candles in a wine glass. Do you know how rare that is? And I was doing that like 20 years ago. I believe my oldest daughter was 2 at the time when I started making them. But anyways, that's not what this is about. I'm just talking about possible videos. I did go dumpster diving. Surprise! It was about a month ago when I turned 40. Oh, let's talk about some of the side effects after having Achalasia. Sometimes I get really what feels like, so hard to explain, belches. I wouldn't have stopped if they were making good money. They were, but like I said, I got spooked because I gave one to my brother-in-law's new wife, okay? When I had just met her, I gave her a candle. I done a lot of that too, giving people stuff. And she said that they had blew it out before they left, and that it relit. No. Actually, they're supposedly safer than all your other mainstream candles. But she said they blew it out and then it relit after they left and shut the door. And luckily, my brother had to come back in for something because it like exploded or something on the kitchen table. And so she blew it out. It relit itself, and it exploded on her table and was laying on the table burning. I didn't believe it, but it did spook the crap out of me. And I heard of other stories. Sounds worse. No, it sounds like a lie, let me tell you. She's no longer married to my brother, but anyways. Um, they actually had 2 houses burned down on them thanks to dryer fires. That too, yeah. Um, it just spooked me though. I was just like, if by any chance something did happen and I was at fault, I would never forgive myself. So I just quit. I just quit. But anyways, so Aculasia issues. Sometimes I'll get this feeling, and it's like almost like I have to puke kind of feeling, but I don't. And I will actually go to the toilet because it literally feels like air buildup or something, like um, dry heave kind of thing. But I'll dry heave with like what sounds like belches. And it's rare that it happens, but it has happened quite a few times since my surgery. And I'll just sit there dry heave belching in the toilet and with like saliva, like a little bit of saliva coming up, but that's it. And I won't even puke or nothing. And once I get done with all that dry heaving and stuff, I'm better. I'm fine. Sounds bad, don't it? But sometimes it does, like I have to eat smaller bites of stuff. Um, oh, that's funny. You got that right. Um, but let's see. Oh, I have to eat smaller bites of stuff because I have been known to be like in those moments where you're hungry and you're just scarfing down your food, whatever, you know. Um, Squirrel. It gets, like, it feels like it gets stuck right here. And I have to just sit there like, sometimes I'll readjust myself. And then it will finally go, boom. And when it does go on down, I can feel it and immediate relief, right? So that part sucks too. But that's mainly like the issues that I'll have. Oh, excessive belching. Excessive belching sometimes. It'll hit me out of nowhere, and all I could be drinking is water. It's not soda, it's not whatever, you know. Just, it'll just come on me every once in a while, like excessive belching. And my daughter looks at me like, really, Mom? And I'm like, I'm in my house. Sorry, child. Don't hear it? Go to your room. But she's just like, whatever. Sits there. But that part is really bad. So you can burp in church and they can't get mad at you. Right? I have medical reason. And like, it just hits me like a ton of freaking bricks too. I don't believe if that happened in church, I would go to the bathroom and belch up a storm. I ain't been able to go to church much here lately. That's another thing. COVID stuff and this crap. Oh my God. We ain't gonna get into all that, are we? Anyways, I have massive issues, but I ain't gonna let that get me down. I'm gonna keep thriving. And I'm not gonna lay down. I'm gonna fight until the fight is over. Until I have no fight left in me. I ain't giving up. I ain't giving up. I have major issues. Has anybody ever wanted to do that ancestry stuff? Where you find out who you are, where you come from? Like, I know my dad's side of the family. I know I'm going off topic here, but let's just call the ending of this video random chit chat, okay? My dad's side of the family is from Scotland. They're actually freaking directly from the Drummond Castle, I found out, over there in Scotland. Look it up. It's an actual thing. Oh my God, that the castle's so freaking cool, and then it's got the big gardens out. And for whatever reason, they won't do tours in the castle, but you can tour the garden. Jesus. I ever get rich enough, I'm going over there and looking at it. Even if I just have to drive by the castle or look at it with some binoculars, like a stalker. From the gardens, you know what I'm saying? That's cool. You know, my dad's side's straight from Scotland. I'm like, hey! I have no idea where my mom's side is. From the country of Kentucky. I don't know. I don't know where my mom's side drives from. But anyways, I'd like to find out, like, who I am, where I'm from. Does that happen as you get older? Because I didn't give a crap when I was younger. You can stalk the castle on Google Maps. I have. But I'd just love to go visit that, the gardens, and maybe take some binoculars. I'm just saying, you know. I gotta get a zoom in on them flyers, you know what I'm saying? Oh, and when I get that excessive belching problem, it hurts. Hurts like a mofo. So, it's not like something that's enjoyable. No, quite the contrary. I know, right? It's something. I'm fighting everything, tooth and nail. If I could think of any other things that I've left out of this video, I will post them in the comments if I can think of anything. Oh my God, my head hurts. I do need to go down to that one last comment that was left 2 weeks ago and let her know that I've done an update video. Oh, that's pretty cool. You could do it in bold now. Comment it's on a photo that you're tagged in. Okay. That's good. Just did a live on this particular subject. Oh my God. Just did a live. No, Grammarly. We didn't just do a live. I did a live video. Okay. Must be yours. There's one video I done about a year ago. No, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago now. Oh my God, I don't know. And my smoke alarm was going off, and everybody in the comment section had to tell me about it. And I was, is that mine? I don't know. I just heard something. My freaking hair does not want to lay down what little I have left. So, the green machine. Tell me about yourself. Guys, I've seen you on here for years. How long you been watching? Was it your smoke alarm? You don't know. I seen you commenting years. Yes. I seen you commenting. Let's see. When I lived in Decatur. Was it Decatur, South Carolina? Was it Decatur? Whatever that town was I lived in down there. And it was the worst. Yeah. I ain't really heard a smoke alarm going off. 6, 7, 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock here. I've been going on for about an hour. I guess I better get off here. Maybe I'll go live over on Facebook. Do you, anybody who's watching have Facebook? Do you follow me on Facebook? Oh, and if you've watched this far, comment. Sort of when you were in that big house that turned out to be motor. Yeah, that's the one in South Carolina. You don't do Facebook, that stinks. Well, at least you got to watch me live here. Anyways. I need to do a video on de-stashing and my craft stuff too. I got to get rid of some of that stuff, and I want to focus, and I don't know what I want to focus on. See, that's the problem. I don't know what to focus on. Like, I work right now. I'm not going to say where I work at, because people like to cause trouble, and there is people in my life that would love to cause me trouble. Well, they're not in my life for a reason, but they would like to cause me trouble, so I don't divulge information like that. Smart. Smart. Just like I don't get on here and tell everybody where I live. I'm sure people can figure it out, but I'm just not gonna do that. Anyways, how y'all doing in there? Comment, what should you comment? Comment, I watched. Okay, guys, I'm going to get off here. Yes, I'm going to do that right now. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.